We're here to bring a new type of news show.
New insights, new styles, and new topics every day.
We are News Generation.
Bringing news just for you. It's Tuesday, April 15th here in Seoul. I'm Song Yujin, and thanks for starting your morning with News Generation. Joining us today is Kwon Ji-yeon.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, and we're pleased to welcome a new panelist to our show. He is Brandon M. Jones. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Well, everyone, I'm Brandon M. Jones. I'm American. I've been in Korea for about 10 years. I do entertainment and YouTube in South Korea under the name of Let's Go Be Jones, and I'm happy to be here. So let's have a great show.
We are going to have a great show. Now, both are here to speak on behalf of those in their 20s and 30s. So we're going to begin our today's show with our keyword news. Our keyword for this Tuesday is Coachella. K-pop artists stole the show at this year's Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival held at the Empire Polo Club in California. Now, this year, Blackpink's Jennie and Lisa graced the Coachella stage as solo artists for the first time. Also joining the star-studded K-pop lineup were ENHYPEN, the 7-member boy group making their Coachella debut, and XG, the Japan-based girl group managed by a Korean agency. So Brandon, for those who may not be that familiar with Coachella, how big of an event is this in the States and also for the music scene?
Well, Coachella is one of the biggest music events in the world and one of the biggest in the States. It runs for about 2 weeks, 2 weekends, and it invites artists from all over the world. And if you have the ability to perform there, it's like a make or break. If you do good there, it can change the trajectory of your career. And it sets the music trends, it sets fashion trends. It's just a really good overall experience, and everyone should go to it if they had the chance.
So it's no doubt a huge event both for the performers and also the audience too.
Correct.
Also, and Ji-yeon, I want to ask you, have you watched these performances by all these Korean artists who took part in the first weekend of Coachella this year? And what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I didn't go there. I didn't visit. I didn't have a chance, but I did watch all their performances. It was marvelous indeed. They were absolutely stunning. Especially Lisa's stage presence was, incredible.
Right.
I really loved her cat outfit, should I say costume. It was especially striking. Jennie also owned the stage with confidence. She didn't just perform. She played with the stage and made it her own. It's truly inspiring to see how K-pop artists are doing so great on this global platform. So year after year, more Korean artists are being invited, not just as guests, but as a major performer, major acts. It shows that K-pop is no longer a passing trend, but a lasting global force. As a Korean, I feel incredibly proud to see our culture being shared on such a massive stage.
Absolutely, and we want to mention that the fun is not over just yet because Coachella 2025 is gearing up for its second weekend, which kicks off this Friday local time and runs through Sunday. And that means fans will have another chance to see all these K-pop stars hit the stage. And that was our keyword news for this Tuesday. So we're now going to move on to our main discussion of the day. Tuesday means it's time to introduce what's trending on Korea's cultural front. Here is more on today's topic. Here in Korea, if you're grabbing a drink with friends, coworkers, or family, there is a good chance Soju is on the table. Often called Korea's national drink, this clear distilled spirit made from rice, wheat, or barley has long been a staple of Korean gatherings. And now, Soju is popping up on bar menus and liquor store shelves around the world. So as mentioned in the VCR, today we are going to talk about the global trend surrounding soju. So starting off our discussion today, Ji-yeon, do you like soju? And if you do you have any special ways to enjoy it?
Well, I do drink some soju, but I think a somek is my cup of tea. I prefer somek. That's soju and beer mixed to perfection. It's my weekend favorite. There's something ordinarily delightful about how it sweetens the beer just enough for you. And I really enjoy this fruit-flavored soju. It is kind of a juice, but it's not a juice. It tastes just like juice. It's super popularity at parties, especially among women. And definitely a guilty pleasure because, it's high calorie. It's a bit of a calorie bomb if you drink a lot because, FYI, a regular bottle of soju, which is a 360 milliliters a bottle, has about 400 to 450 calories. But in case of the fruit-flavored soju, it is more than 500 or sometimes 550 calories. So you've got to see what you're drinking. However, calories don't count when you are happy.
Is it?
Is it right? Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about you, Brandon? Would you say you were a fan of soju?
I'm a great fan of soju, but I would say they have the 0-calorie ones. So
Oh,
you gotta,
right.
You gotta try those out.
Less guiltier versions.
But back in the day when I was younger, I would, soju was my go-to drink. And I remember a time when I first came to Korea, soju was actually cheaper than water.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
10 years ago, so showing my age, right? But it was a really affordable way to get the party started. And I remember me and my friends, we would mix soju and make cocktails with like energy drinks or like Gatorade or things like that. But, as I'm getting older, my body doesn't take it as well. So if I take one shot, I gotta go to sleep, so I don't drink as much as I do these days.
Okay, and we're now going to talk about the growing thirst for soju abroad. And Chuyun, I heard exports of soju reached an all-time high last year, so please fill us in on that.
Yeah, I'll give you some specific numbers here. According to the Korea Customs Service, soju exports, including both regular ones and the fruit-flavored varieties, rose by 3.9% last year, reaching $200 million. If you look at the overall trend, soju exports have steadily increased over the past 5 years from $135 million in 2020 to $200 million last year, 2024. That's the equivalent of $340 million based on the standard 360mm bottle. If the bottles were queued end to end, they could circle the earth almost twice.
Wow.
That's an incredible amount of soju. And regular soju accounted for 51.9% of total exports, with fruit-flavored soju rapidly catching up. So which countries are drinking this amount of soju? By country, the United States led the way with 24.3% of total export value, followed by China, that is around 20%, and Japan was almost 19.2%. Soju is now exported to 95 different countries worldwide.
Wow.
That's a lot. Although export prices and the export price tend to rise due to transport costs and alcohol taxes, soju maintains strong global appeal thanks to its cool and trendy image. And a variety of premium soju brands are also gaining popularity worldwide.
Right.
For example, we have Andong Soju with its 750-year legacy. It has earned this competition that is international. They have international acclaim at the International Wine and Spirits Competition. And I think you read this article several years ago. K-pop star J-Park, he has launched his own soju brand, premium one. It has this sleek design and trendy image, which quickly flew off the shelves and gained popularity among the younger generation and also the global fans as well.
It is indeed. Then Brandon, from a global perspective, what do you think? What do you think makes soju so catch on? For example, in your home country in the United States, what do you think makes soju so appealing?
There's a lot of great things about soju. One thing would be like the taste. It tastes like water. So if you compare it to vodka, it's really smooth and it just goes down real easy. But another great thing about it is like, you have the Korean wave.
Yeah.
A lot of people are watching these Korean dramas on all these different platforms, and people are seeing that their favorite actor go to the restaurant, go to KBBQ, and they're like, what's that green bottle?
I want to try it out.
Yeah, they want to try it, so they go and try it, and then they fall in love with it, and it's like, I don't know, you just 마시고 죽자. Like, just drink soju every day. Like, let's party. That's the best thing about soju. It's cheap, tastes good, affordable. Yeah.
Right, so the taste and also the influence of the Korean wave. So to find out more, we also ran a poll on our 아리랑뉴스 YouTube channel asking our viewers what they like most about soju. We gave them 3 options. Number 1, no hangover. Number 2, smooth taste. And number 3, a wide variety of flavors. Now, 46% of our viewers said they like soju for its smooth texture. 24% said its variety of flavors. And 16% said because hangovers weren't as bad as they are from other alcoholic drinks. And we're going to take a look at 3 comments. Our first comment for this Tuesday is by BennyT97. I like soju for its smooth texture. 정여운 M1Z, soju is so affordable, it's where my thin wallet can reside. Rose the Rose 512 says it's so versatile. It pairs well with beer, fruit juice, drinking yogurt, soda, and more. Plus, it gives you that perfect K-drama moment. Absolutely. So for more first-hand insights into soju's international buzz, we'll soon be joined by an Australian millennial after the break. Stay tuned.
NewsGen wants to hear from you. Go to YouTube and search our channel 아리랑뉴스. Click Community and leave a comment down below. Make a new type of news with us.
Today, we're joined by Alexandria Fayem, a young Soju fan from Australia. Welcome back to the show, Alexandria.
Hi, lovely to be here. Thanks for having me.
Lovely to have you again back on our show. So, Alexandria, we'd first like to ask you, do you remember the first time you tried Soju? And we also want to ask you your initial reaction.
Yeah, I remember I was at Korean barbecue, which is really, really big, especially in Melbourne, but it's big in Australia. And I went to Korean barbecue and lots of friends suggested the little green bottles. And I had no idea what they were. So I love vodka. So I figured I'd give it a try. And whew, it was strong. It was so good. It was really, really strong and smooth. And yeah, I definitely needed to have like an after shot or an after drink, but I loved it. I thought it was really great. So every time we go to Korean barbecue, we definitely make sure we've got some soju with on the table at least.
The strong red and the strong green bottle. So, Alexandra, do you have a favorite way to drink soju? Maybe a unique mix or a favorite dish you always pair with it? Go-to dish?
Well, traditionally, I will drink it straight, like a shot of vodka, and then I regret it because it's so strong. So I have started mixing it with orange juice, which is a bit like a screwdriver. So really, really tasty and yum. And I have read that people pair it with yogurt, which is interesting. And I think maybe that'd be a really good thing to try next. But when I'm at like Korean barbecue, I'll always get cheese corn, or corn cheese, which is my favorite. It's the yummiest thing ever. So if I do a shot of soju, I will have a big bite of corn cheese afterwards. Just makes it taste so much better. Everything goes down really well. So that's my personal favorite.
Good, good, good. I have a quick question. So for those who are new to soju, do you have any ways to like introduce it to them or like for them to experience the full experience of it? Like any tips on that?
I would say take it slow, but maybe not. Maybe just take a shot as fast as you can because it is very strong. So you will probably fall asleep afterwards because it'll hit you. But I think that you should just experiment. It can seem a little bit strange because if you're from Australia, you're not used to having so many flavors available. It's mind-blowing. So I would suggest open up, try different flavors, even if it seems unusual, like there's watermelon and grape and all of these really delicious like styles and flavors to try. I would recommend just, I don't know, let it happen. Just drink it. But if you do need something as a chaser, maybe a juice or a soda, like lemon lime soda, which could make it go down a little bit easier. But I reckon just go for it.
Don't forget to drink your water, okay? That headache,
Oh, yes,
drink that
and
water.
All right, Alexandria, thank you so much for sharing your experience and your thoughts today. Have a lovely Tuesday.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right, so back here in Korea, soju isn't just about the drink, it's also about what you eat with it because there's a strong anju culture with anju meaning the food you enjoy with your drink. So we can say that choosing what anju or food you'll have matters just as much as picking out what you'll drink on that day. So Brandon, could you walk us through some of the most popular pairings with soju?
Oh, there's so many to
Yeah,
choose from.
of course.
As you know, in the Korean culture, you guys have a lot of communal meals and stuff. So soju and the anju that you guys have are kind of communal. So you got things like samgyeopsal, you know, that BBQ. You got the spicy tteokbokki. You got the crispy fried chicken. You got ojingo, which is like the squid, peanuts. There's just so many things, and I think all of them pair so well with soju because, like we said before, it's smooth. It just pairs with everything, and I think just you got to try it. And if you have soju, make sure you have anju. Put something in your stomach and drink water, okay? Drink responsibly.
Then may I ask, what's your favorite dish to pair with soju?
Kogi, meat.
Oh. So specifically pork?
Everything. I love
Everything?
any meat. Dweji kogi, so kogi, beef, pork, anything. It's always a good time to drink soju. Like if you have a good day, a bad day, it's soju day, right?
Right, and I also want to ask you, Gia mentioned in her stats that United States is one of the biggest importers of soju. So do you feel that these kind of dishes are also popular in the States to pair with soju, or are your friends in the States pairing them with other foods or dishes?
Yeah, I think, like we said before, the Korean wave, the rise of K-pop, K-drama, people are falling in love with Korean culture a lot more. So they want to experience the food, the drinks, everything. It's like all together. So why not, like when you go out with your friends, you have like a communal meal.
Yeah.
The barbecue, the soju, it's increasing. So people are always going out for food and hang out with your friends, drink a little bit, chat. It's better than just like, McDonald's or something. But soju.
Okay, interesting. And we can't talk about the drinking culture in Korea without mentioning drinking manners because there is an unspoken etiquette many Koreans learn once they reach the legal drinking age year. So, Jiyeon, ending off, could you share a few tips to our viewers on how to drink the Korean way, especially if you're drinking with seniors or those who are older than you?
Yes, there is some unspoken etiquette that you've got to follow if you want to drink some soju or alcohol here in Korea. There's something we call this soju etiquette. This is quite important because when you drink with seniors or elders, these are the culture that you've got to follow. When receiving a drink from someone older, it's polite to use both hands. Likewise, when you're pouring a drink, you should hold the bottle with both hands or place one hand over your chest as a sign of courtesy. And an empty glass can be seen as a lack of affection or connection. You're not caring about the other people. So keep an eye on others' glasses. And when drinking, it's quite polite to turn your head away from elders. And if they are both seniors, if they are seniors on your both sides.
Oh, that's a tricky situation.
That is, I'll tell you the tip. Turn slightly toward the one who is less senior, and cover your mouth politely. And this is an important part. You also wait for the elder to take their sip first. This is when you dine out with them, when you have dinner or lunch with them, that's also the rule that you've got to follow. And when making a toast, if the person you are toasting with is older than you, you should hold your glass slightly lower than theirs.
Really? I didn't know that.
That's right. It's a sign of respect. This is quite important. I think that most MZ or the younger generation, they don't know about this etiquette, that you've got to lower your glass if they're older or, to show your respect to the people. But the most important part is drink responsibly. As Brandon mentioned, enjoy soju with cultural respect.
Right, don't test your limits. Always drink responsibly. Don't drink too much. I think that's our key message.
Drink water.
Right, drink water and also pair it with some good food.
Yes.
And that's all we have for today's episode of News Generation, but we will be back tomorrow, Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Korea time. Special thanks to Kwon Jiyeon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and Brandon M. Jones.
Thank you for having me too.
Thank you. And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in to our episode today, and we'll see you tomorrow. We are
News Generation.